take this and tighten up that caliper. Go. Welcome back to Drola's Garage. I know I've been quiet lately. I was traveling and just kind of getting back into the swing of things, and I just haven't had really anything to make a video about. But I need to make a video about the Boxster. Stay tuned. Since I started driving the Boxster again, which I have been driving it quite a bit, actually more than all the other cars, I noticed a little bit of a noise. And at first I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then I realized it's a wheel bearing, because when you go side to side, it gets louder, quieter. And I thought it was this corner that was making the noise. But once I got the car up on the lift and I spin this wheel and I spin the passenger side wheel, it's actually that one that sounds a little rougher than this one. Regardless, I'm going to change both of them out. So today is Thursday, I think. Monday, I'm gonna take that car to Atlanta. I'm gonna drive it up there, and I'm going to go drive some mountain roads up there in northern Georgia for a couple of days. My other half has some work to do there, so I'm gonna meet her there with the Boxster, and I'm gonna go have some fun with it. So before I take that drive, and it's a pretty far drive, probably 10-hour drive from here, I'm gonna go ahead and get those wheel bearings done, because last thing I want is to have issues when I'm very far away from home. Normally, usually when I do wheel bearings, it's on a reactive measure, not a proactive measure. But since I know I have to do one, I figured, you know what, how much more work is it to do two? Yeah, it's twice as much work. Yeah, I guess so. But you know what, the car's up already on the lift and whatever. So I got two bearings. Can't get them out. I got two new bearings from Porsche, OEM. No cheap China crap here. And actually, I need to put these in the freezer, because before you put wheel bearings on, it's good to have them in the freezer for a little while so they contract, because the cold will make the metal contract. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in the freezer, and then I'll get started on this. I haven't done anything with it yet. In sequence, I need to remove the tires. I need to loosen the axle nut here. I need to I needed to remove the axle also from the transmission, remove the caliper, remove the rotor, and whatever else I find back there. There's probably a bearing retainer that I'll have to take out, and that's probably it. Then I'll have to get the pullers and start pulling it apart. So that's going to be the project, and I'm going to do both sides while I'm at it. It's not really that much more work, to do both sides, especially if I'm doing it. It's fresh in my mind. I hit one side and I already know exactly what to do on the other. And here we go. So here's where I'm at. I got the wheels off, obviously. I got the calipers off. I got them hanging out right here. There's a little 10mm bolt you got to remember to take out right there. I got the rotors off, and same on this side. Rotor off over there. Caliper sitting over here. So now I need to get this nut off right here, and same as on the other side. And then work on getting the axle separated from the transmission. And I think, and then you see I had mentioned a bearing retainer. So there's four 13mm bolts on this. There's two on the top and two on the bottom. That little thing has to come out. And then I can go ahead and start working on getting that bearing out. By the way, if any of you are out there doing DIY jobs, I highly recommend getting one of these Milwaukee super duper heavy duty impact wrenches. They make so many jobs so much easier. You gotta get one. This too, little electric ratchet. This is an M12 battery. This is an M18 battery. These two tools save so much time. Time, aggravation, effort, everything. Gotta have. You know nothing ever goes easy, right? So here's the situation. The axle is out over there, as you can see, but it still has quite a ways to go over here. So the issue I'm having is that there's not enough space to pull the axle all the way through to get it out of the hub, because there's no space back there. So I gotta see, I tried taking this guy out right here. It's fighting me, of course. I'm gonna see, maybe I need to take the this guy out, no, this one here, the control arm. That way I can move the whole thing out and give the axle a little bit of space so I can pull it out. I'm not sure if that's the proper way to do it, but that's what I'm gonna try. Success! On one side at least. I had to get this guy out right here. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. I had to get this guy out, which goes here. This is the toe link. And then also I had to take the control arm off of here. And that, I also had to disconnect the sway bar link. And that gave me all the room I needed to get this guy loose, to give me room to get that CV axle out. So now I gotta work on this. These guys, usually I can just pound them out from the inside. I'll have to put this one back in and I'll just pound it out from the inside, and then I'll get the puller and pull that bearing out. So the rest from here should go relatively smooth. Fingers crossed. So let's see, let's hope that works. You can see that bearing is kind of crusty. I can't really get the phone in there. I can't, anyway, whatever. But you can see it's kind of rusty. Oops, crusty. So yeah, it was time for it to come out. And the plot thickens, as it always does. I'm gonna have to take the carrier out. It's just gonna be easier. There's no way I can get to the back to bang this guy out. So I just pull it out, I'll put it on the press and take it out. But in order to do that, I have to take all the handbrake stuff off, which is never fun. But it's gotta happen. I gotta get it out. So I'm going to now disconnect the strut here, loosen that, and the whole carrier should slide out. And then I'm gonna go work on the other side and have them both out. That way I can do all the pressing and all that in one shot. Pimping ain't easy, right? Isn't that what they say? Success! Came out. Now I have to get this guy here. I already banged it a little bit. I'll file that. I gotta press that guy out and get this thing out. So I come over here to the press and get that bearing out of there. Let's see it coming out. You see it coming out the bottom there? And voila, there it goes. This press right here makes certain jobs so much easier. It really does. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of this super duper grease here and just kind of put a little bit of grease on the inside. It doesn't have to be a lot, just to help the bearing go in. And then I'll go grab the bearing out of the freezer and get it on the press. And this is that retainer that I had told you guys about. That kind of holds the bearing in place, but we don't need to do anything with that right now. So let me go grab the bearing and walk back to the press. So what I'm gonna do here is very gently tap the bearing into the hub. It's very important that it goes in straight, because once you start pressing it in, it cannot be crooked. So I'm gonna grab this little guy right here, and I'm just gonna beat on it with the hammer a little bit, just very gently, until I see that it's going in straight, and then I'll put it up on the press. Okay, so that looks pretty good. More or less straight. It'll straighten itself out. I think the important part is just the first few millimeters, and that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the press and get it the rest of the way in. And you can see how it goes in. I'm just pumping the thing here. and it's going in so easy. Sorry, I can't hold the phone steady because I'm pumping with one hand. You know how much work that would be if I didn't have this press? It'd have to be with a hammer and a prayer. Okay, and that's about it right there. So I'm gonna pull it out and then get the hub in there. All right, come on. All right, okay, I need my hands for this. Whenever I take these guys apart, these hubs here, the inner race for the, actually that would be, yeah, the inner race for the bearing always gets stuck on the hub. So I usually have to resort to extreme measures to get it out. Now, sometimes I mar up, that's just some concrete. Sometimes I mar up the shaft, in which case I get a file and just file it, you know, grind it smooth, or even a grinder, you know, a stone grinder, and grind it smooth. So I'm gonna try with my my go-to over there and see if I can get that, slide that guy out. All right, I got it out. That was a lot of work. That thing fought me. This guy right here. I tried with the chisel, the air chisel, finally the puller, but it came out. It got a little marred up, nothing major. I'll take a file to that, or a stone wheel, and just kind of smooth it out, and it'll be ready to go. And done. It's all in, it's all together, ready to go back on the car. It's got a little bit of resistance, which is good, but there's no play in it. So, es bueno. Oh man, that was a lot of work. Look at this mess, and I'm still not even close to being done. I still got to put this side back together, and I still got to take the other side apart. I'm gonna be here all night. And I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the phrase, assembly is the reverse of disassembly. So this side is done. I got it all back together. Man, that caliper looks crappy. When I got this car, that caliper was bright red. I took it one track day and it cooked the paint. I mean, it just cooked it. But that's it. The brake, the handbrake was a pain in the butt. Those things are always, I hate doing those, but whatever, it's part for the course. So, the only thing I have left to do is tighten those guys up, and then that's it. Otherwise, and then when I put the wheel on, I gotta torque this guy down a lot. Like that thing takes like 300 something foot-pounds or something like that. So, I think for now, this side is done. Now I gotta go to I was gonna do both sides at the same time, but I started doing the other side, and this guy here over there, as you can see, this one was really giving me a hard time, and I got this one out already, but that one, and I just said, you know what, let me just finish over there. I'm gonna drink a cold beer. I'm gonna just kind of sit back and regroup, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I got this side done, and so just got to do the other side. And there's no, here's where I put them, you know, other than the wheel bolts, there's no leftover screws, no mystery parts anywhere, but I do have to remember to tighten that up, and I have no choice, because if I put it in gear and that's not tight, or it's not on, the car's not going to go anywhere. So it's not like I'm going to forget, but otherwise everything is done. So that's good. Now on to the other side after a cold beer. Well, this side fought and fought and fought, and as you can see, it didn't come out so well. These guys here are supposed to stay inside of the aluminum, you know, this one, of the wheel carrier, whatever you want to call that. So I'm gonna just press them back in and leave it at that. Not much more I can do. At some point, I guess I'll have to replace it. I do have another one on the other car, on the blue car that I have in the yard out there. I have this piece, so I'll take it off before I do anything with that car. I'll take it off and just at least have it on hand, because this is not good. But whatever, I'll press it on and it'll be fine, it'll work, and no big deal, but I'm not happy about it. The e-brake, as usual, mission, as they say. But all right, that's, I got the other one over here, and I'm ready to start fighting with it, because, you know, everything's a fight. So, all right, same as the other one. So here's where I'm at I'm exhausted. It's, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night already. I got this side done. I didn't really show it because it's the same as the other side. Let me turn this light off here. Okay. You know, this side was the same as the other side. This bolt here snapped on me, so I had to drill it out and retap it. But basically it was the same thing, you know, same process. Nothing new to show. So again, like the other side, I need to bolt up the axle over there, which you can't see because it's dark, and put the caliper, put the rotors, redo the you know, the parking brake situation here, and put it back together. But that's gonna have to be tomorrow. I'm exhausted. I'm done. I'm gonna leave the mess and go home and eat some dinner, and I'll be back tomorrow. The idea is to take this car to Atlanta on Monday, so I need to have it done. If not, Red Rocket it is. But I don't know, I kind of wanted to go drive this one up there in the mountains one more time, because I've done it. I did it once already and it was a lot of fun in this car. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so I'm back. This will be the second day, I guess. Yesterday I worked on this thing for like 6 hours maybe. Today I probably have another hour or two. It's pretty much done. I just have to finish putting the passenger side back together and get it ready. That's it. And just get it on the ground, get it out of here, I gotta get this guy out of the way, I gotta get that one out of the way, and I gotta get down the wheels from up there that I'm gonna put on it, the BBSs, and ready to go. So that's it, that's coming up. And the issue with continuing the second day is kind of getting your you know, your bearings. Okay, I need to, this I'll tighten after the fact. I need to get that axle over there tightened up, you know, bolted on. I need to put the parking brake, which is not fun with this little clip down here, but whatever, it's got to get done. Then put the rotor on, then put the caliper on, then put the wheels on, and I got to torque these guys down on both sides. Actually, I have to torque the other side too, the ones over here where they attach to the transmission. All of that needs to be torqued, and I think that's it. So I got to try to hurry up, and I don't want to be here all day like I was yesterday. So to work. Look who came with me to help today. Little piggy. She hasn't been in any videos lately. Huh, Mama? Oh, yeah. Okay, here. Take this and tighten up that caliper. Go. And that is going to wrap up the rear wheel bearing situation on the Boxster. As you can see, I already got it off the lift. I didn't really, there was not really much to show. I showed you guys what needed to be done. Well, I did it, you know, the axle and all that stuff got put together, and I torqued the crap out of those axle nuts. Always got noise over here. And also the axle bolts going to the transmission. Other than that, it's good to go. I'm going to take it home right now because I need to drive it. Oh, I also put the BBSs. Ooh, look at those BBSs. They look good. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's already kind of late, and I've been here, I don't know. Actually, I haven't been here. I think I worked here like 3 hours today, 4 hours, something like that. So anyway, it's done. I hope you guys learned something. It's not an easy job, I'll tell you that. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier. Like when I do the bearings on my 964, the rear bearings, I've done them a few times, and it's really a lot easier on this car than it is on this car. But hey, there's only one way to learn. You know I'm not going to a workshop, right? Remember, no workshops. I had to do it, so let's do it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe. Leave me any comments, notification bell. I don't know, I guess that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see if I do some videos of me driving up in the mountains over there next week with this car. That's the plan, to go rip it up. So, thanks for watching. Besides, look who else wants to go home. You ready to go, doggy? Yeah, get me out of here. Come on, let's go. All right, let's go home.